Hello, dear friends. A very warm welcome to LITECITY, the channel which is specially designed for your requirement related with NTA NET Exam English Literature. Dear friends, from now onwards, we are starting a very enthralling, a very interesting quiz marathon. In this particular marathon, we are going to discuss some important writers, works, concepts, facts related with especially with the 20th century literature. And I will try to put most important facts, writers about the 20th century, all those writers about whom questions are generally asked, and you find yourself perplexed in a fix. And we will try to, in all these questions, to cover all the important aspects. So without wasting any more time, let's roll up with this first part of this quiz marathon. And our first question, dear friends, is the title of which novel of D.H. Lawrence is derived from a biblical source? Now, dear friends, we all are very much aware about the importance of D.H. Lawrence as a 20th century novelist, along with Virginia Woolf, Aldous Huxley, James Joyce. He was among the first generation of those writers who radically changed the form of the theme, the concept of novel writing. And the option, he has basically written about the, we can say, primitive forces of nature. And I hope आप सभी ने D.H. Lawrence को study करा होगा एग्जाम के लिए. The options are the white peacock, second one is Aaron's rod, third is the plumed serpent, and the last one is the escaped cock. Now these four novels, आपको बताना है कौन सा वो नॉवल है जिसका टाइटल बिब्लिकल सोर्स से डिराइव्ड है. I don't think you will find it much difficult, rather easy if you look carefully at the titles: the white peacock, Aaron's rod, the plumed serpent, or the escaped cock. You got it right, my dear friends. It is Aaron's rod. Dear friends, you must be aware that Aaron is a biblical character and he is basically a flute player. And in this title, in this particular novel, the protagonist himself is a sort of flute player. Okay, moving to our second question. Don Quixote or Don Quixote is a fantastic reworking of Cervantes' work. And now, in this modern edition, there is a female Quixote wandering around the social and political landscape of post-war America. Okay, and then you have to tell who is the novelist of this particular radical novel. You can see the year itself is 1986, quite later. Cervantes' Don Quixote or Don Quixote is, we can say, a generic novel. इतने सारे works inspired है इस great masterpiece से. There have been parodies, there have been imitations, there have been reworkings, and similarly this work we are talking about, it is about a female Quixote. It is rather a parody of the new American scene. The writers among whom you have to pick is Kathy Acker, Rosamund Lehman, Elizabeth Bowen, and Rebecca West. These four are the writers, and you have to find out who is the writer of this novel. Let me tell you about all these are very important writers of the 20th century, American and British writers. And the right answer for this particular question is कैथी एकर. साइड बाय साइड मैं आपको साथ में बताता चलूं. रोजामिंड लेहमन, उनका जो सबसे पॉपुलर वर्क है, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क इज द इकोइंग ग्रोव. एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड रेबेका वेस्ट, हु वाज अ पायनियर इन द फील्ड ऑफ राइटिंग. उन्होंने लिखा था ब्लैक लैम्ब एंड ग्रे फॉल्कन, विच इज बेसिकली हिस्ट्री एंड कल्चर ऑफ यूगोस्लाविया. डियर फ्रेंड्स, ये जो क्वेश्चंस के साथ आई एम गिविंग यू सम एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन, प्लीज note it down. It is very important, and questions are generally framed on such notes. Okay, moving ahead with our next question. Who is the author of the controversial essay, An Image of Africa, Racism in Conrad's Heart of Darkness? How much important this particular work by Joseph Conrad, Heart of Darkness, I need not to tell you, dear friends. Heart of Darkness in itself is a great novel. It is, a classical example of impressionistic technique in which we see through the characters development, but at the same time, after post-colonial period, there were many writers who basically focused on the colonial aspect of this novel and criticized it for being a, we can say, imperialist kind of thing. So you have to find out who is the writer of this particular essay. Mind you, all these writers, they are also very famous novelists, or we can say theorists. So our first option is Franz Fanon. The second one is Edward Sayer. Third one is Chinua Achebe, and the last one is Wole Soyinka. I must remind you that all these are related with the post-colonial debates. They have all given great contribution to the development of post-colonial studies in their essays and in their works. And some of them we can give credit that they established particular branches of studies in post-colonial literature. If we talk about this particular essay, which basically highlighted, we can say, the marginal notes, writing between the lines of the this particular imperial project, the correct answer is Chinua Achebe. All other three, Edward Sayer, we know he popularized the concept of Orientalism. Franz Fanon with his Wretched of the Earth kind of anthology of essay. Wole Soyinka, he through his plays presented we can say, the impact of colonialism on Africa. All are important. And Chinua Achebe, what should I say about him? It is very important to read about his works, how he has written about his own community, the impact of colonialism. All these are very important things. I need not to point it. Our next question, dear friend, is by for an American writer. This play by Alan Ayckbourn is a comedy in which each of the three acts is set in a different kitchen with three couples. So you can understand it's a kind of a comedic setting. There are three kitchens and three couples, and each set is trying to solve their problems. So it's a very, we can say, intricate relationship. And these are the four plays among which you have to pick the right answer. The Norman Conquest, which is, apart from this play, is one of the most popular plays by Alan Ayckbourn. Second is Absurd Person Singular. Third one is Standing Room Only, and the last one is Bedroom Farce. Now you have to find out. Let me tell you that Norman Conquest, I was talking about how important it is. It basically, the Norman Conquest is not a single play. There are three plays depicting the events of a single weekend from the perspective of three locations: dining room, living room, and garden. And an assistant librarian, his name is Norman, and he attempts to seduce three women present at house, and there are different results. So you can understand that it is almost on the line, but it is not the right answer. The right answer for this question is Absurd Person Singular, which again is a very, very popular play by Alan Ayckbourn. Okay, The Last Testament of Oscar Wilde. It is a fictional memoir. Dear friends, it is a fictional memoir. It is not, we can say, a real biography or real memoir, but it is a fictional memoir which is told in Wilde's own voice, as if Oscar Wilde is giving his own version of life. And you have to find out the writer of this work. Once again, we have an array of impressive writers: Peter Abraham, Richard Adams, Tom Tom Stoppard and Peter Ackroyd. Tom Stoppard, who is famous for he is famous for bringing historical figures, fictional figures into his plays. Those who are on the margin of plays, he puts them in on the centerfold. Peter Abraham, who is a South African novelist, also he is known for presenting the landscape, the culture scape of Africa. Richard Adams, he is very famous for his work Watership Down. Once again, a very important work which you should note down. But the answer, my dear friend, for this particular question is Peter Ackroyd. Okay, friends, as I have already told you, it is a marathon. It is going to be 20-30 series, and we are going to tackle around about 500 questions. This is the first version. I will try to upload one video per day so that you can prepare, you can get the idea how you are doing. So if you like this video, please share it, please upvote it, and give me your precious suggestions about these videos. Thank you, dear friends.